What's good, YouTube? It's your man BG Tech Life, and I wanted to make a quick review of my Canon R10. This camera, I don't see it a lot on YouTube, and this is a camera that I bought to incorporate into the channel, and I want to talk about my use of it and just what I think as a noob, I guess, videographer, video editor, content creator. You know, you wear so many hats on YouTube, and there's so many tools to get what you need done. So let's talk about it. Okay guys, so I had this camera pushing the year. This is the Canon EOS R10. As far as I go, I'm mostly a shot on iPhone YouTuber. I shoot a lot on iPhone, take it straight to the iPad and edit it. But I've been trying to work my way out of that, and I've been trying to incorporate this A-roll. Because even since I owned the Canon R50, I've noticed there's a difference between A-roll from a smartphone, especially when you're doing talking head A-roll, and from a camera. Now this camera, this R10 specifically, reason I picked it up is a smaller sensor. It's not a full frame sensor. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. It's an APS-C sensor. It's a smaller sensor, almost full frame. But with this, I can shoot 4K 30 frames per second with no crop. On my M50, when I got the 4K 30 frames per second, it would crop in. I didn't like that, so I just moved to this. I felt like I could get a better look with the kit lens straight out of the box. This is, I believe, what, 18 to 45 mil kit lens that comes with this camera. Now I've got some videos already on the channel where I use this as talking head, and I also use this as kind of like a webcam. When it comes to talking head, this camera gives me a pretty good cinematic look, and it's easy to use. As you can see, I mainly use it in video, and I use it in auto when I want to take some pictures, because I'm not really a trained photographer. I'm finding my way around this camera more and more every day, trying different things. I feel like when you get pieces of technology like this, as a tech reviewer, me more so in the smartphone field, not in the camera field, when you get a camera, it teaches you more about photography and videography, so you can speak on smartphone cameras and things of that nature with more knowledge. Another thing that I liked about the upgrade to this camera from my M50 is it has a Type-C port. So I can have a Type-C port, I could plug it straight into my MacBook, straight into my PC, and there's a webcam off the break. Now I'm getting 1080. If I want to do my thing in 4K, I have to use a video capture card, and that's no problem. But when it comes to live streaming, mostly I'm gonna stick to 1080 with this, because I noticed this is like a almost $1,000 camera. When you want to live stream in 4K, you need those Canon cameras that's up above, that's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. You need them Sony cameras that's, you know, in that same price range. This will start the stream in 4K, and I noticed even in OBS, when I start to record in 4K, I may get 20-30 minutes, but then this camera may start to overheat. I may have an overheating issue when I keep going to record, cutting it off, or just letting it run. Eventually it will overheat. But the live streaming at 1080 looks good and cinematic on this camera to me. The most important thing is, if I want to get 20 minutes of shooting a talking head about, you know, for one of my reviews, I can do that in 4K 30. So I definitely like the big LCD screen on this camera. So if I ever wanted to use this in vlog style, I could just, anywhere that I go, I can pull it out, put it on the tripod, and I can get some talking head, and I can see my frame, I can see what's going on, and I can kind of like monitor the whole situation without another screen. This camera is not compact as the M50. It does have a little weight on, little heft to it, not compared to the bigger cameras though, but it's just a nice, decent size, but it is a little bigger than the M50. It's not that compact. It could get a little heavy after a while, and there's a lot of controls with this camera as far as auto mode, manual mode, different settings. You can do a lot of sports photography, a lot of things that I haven't ventured out into using this camera. A lot of times when I'm taking pictures, I may take some product shots with this camera, definitely in auto mode, but I noticed the amount of information when I transfer those pictures to whatever device that I'm editing them on. I noticed the difference in how much information that I have to edit when it goes to colors and just different things of that nature. So I would definitely say, if you've been YouTubing for a while, or you've been into content creation for a while, and you've been using, you know, smartphones, do what you do. Like if you're at the point where you could invest into a camera, I would definitely check it out, because you just learn a lot. It's a lot of knowledge to be learned. Not saying that this is in my workflow every day and this is the staple of my channel. No, it's not, but it's giving me a lot of information, and it's set me up for growth. So it's like, okay, now we're gonna make this shift from using primarily smartphones to using primarily cameras, and I can get a more crispy cinematic look, and I can really up my content as I up my growth. So those are just my thoughts using this Canon R10. It's your boy BG Tech Life. If you got any questions, put them down in the comment section. I'm a very new guy, so there's a lot of stuff on this camera I haven't even dealt with yet. But the things that I've dealt with, I've been pretty satisfied with the colors, with the video, with the photos, of course, that I get out of this camera. But it's your boy BG. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. I'm out. Peace.